Hey everyone, this was round 6, so the next to last round, and I was sitting on 3 out of 5. It's still +1. It was okay. The only thing that was not okay was the way I got to the round. So this will sound like an excuse, but just to give you an idea what happened, or maybe just a story of how stupid I am. So I used to take this train, this local train that left my local station around. So every hour on the hour. So I was taking it at 8, and I would be there at 8:50. And I would just bike, so I would take my bike with the local train and then bike to the location. That was all good, except that the last round started at 7. Sorry, at 8. So that meant that, oh, well, that's fine, I will just take the train at 7. And I woke up an hour earlier. I was there even like 10 minutes before the train left. But then I thought, oh, I can just go to the shop and buy some stuff. So I went to the shop, and when I came back from the shop, I just saw my train leaving. So it turns out it was leaving not at 7, but at 6:53, and there was no other connection for another half an hour. So that meant that I was there half an hour late, and the rule of the tournament was that you can only be at max, at worst, half an hour late. So I had to bike like crazy. I biked like in 2 minutes, the distance that normally I was doing in 10 minutes. And I was a bit lucky even that I still had 3 minutes left. So I started the game with a little bit of a strange mood, being a bit down on time, and also was in this very stressful mood the whole morning. But yeah, let's see what happened here. So in the end, this was the most complicated game, and I was a bit unlucky that this was the game that had to be where I started half an hour late. On the other hand, I could have just checked the schedule of the train, and none of this would have happened. Or, well, probably I would have lost anyway. But yeah, let's see. So I had white here again, against somebody who was on paper weaker than me. D4, D5. I was like, okay, at least it's some kind of a boring Queen's Gambit here. C4, E6. Knight C3, Knight F6. Takes. Very simple stuff. Okay, let's see. Bishop G5, Bishop, Knight B D7. So already he's setting a trap for me. I can show you the trap. Actually, I think there was a blitz game on this channel where I actually fell for it. So Knight D5, Knight D5, Bishop D8, and Bishop D2 check. And the only way I can block the check is by putting in my queen. Takes, king takes, and black is a piece up. For a pawn, that's true, but a piece nonetheless. So this is why some people play Knight B D7. I just played E3, C6, Bishop D3, Bishop, Queen C7. So he's playing in a very specific way for an attack, and I will show you how exactly it worked. Queen C2, Bishop D6, so attacking H2, and what I can also sometimes, let's say I'll show you what I did play. I played Rook C1. If, for example, I played this H3, here I would need to take an F6, but just to show you, he can just take this, and the queen comes in, and he won a pawn, and he will beat me really bad. I played Rook C1, half asleep and half just thinking that I can attack here on the C file. So So rook c1, h6, bishop h4, and now the question is, should he take on h2? So h2 is hanging. I wasn't really sure about it, so I thought I would get some kind of compensation here. He just castled, after which knight f3 and all the drama is gone. If he takes on h2, yeah, I have knight f3 with a tempo, and this was my big idea. Knight f3 with a tempo, and his pieces are a bit stuck right now, so I thought I must have some kind of compensation for the pawn. And I think I do, actually, to be honest. Knight f3, rook e8, castles. And he just went back with his queen. It's a bit ugly, but the main point is that if he just does something, okay, not a6, let's do something else. I don't know, king h8. Then I have this knight b5 move, attacking the queen and the bishop. I've had this in a game, some kind of tactic like this. Queen d8, and here I played a relatively stupid move here. So I played bishop g3. My idea was, maybe if he doesn't take, then I have this move, which is always a fun move to play. But this is just hope chess, it's not real chess. I don't like playing like this. But I thought, well, at some point we will exchange these bishops anyway, so why not do it now? He took, I took. And now you can see that there is some kind of an issue around my king, and queen e7. I just thought, okay, there's this one very famous plan I can play for, and that is the minority attack. In the meantime, he's gonna activate his pieces, but whatever. b4, knight df6, b5, knight g4. So he's really trying to attack here, but I couldn't really see how exactly he's gonna do it, so I just so actually here I can just play very, very calm and simple chess. Just b takes c6, and it's roughly equal. I took on e4 and took here, and he decided to checkmate me. So queen g5 with the idea, obviously, to come here and here. But I have a defense, so rook fc1, queen h5, knight f1. So I'm not going to be checkmated just yet, but let's see what happened. Bishop d7. So attacking the pawn, and here I saw the right continuation. So actually, I think the engine even thought that I have a small advantage. Ah, no, I'm wrong. Sorry. But then I can take, and d5. And after bishop d5, I have this move, rook b5. And I'm attacking his pin piece, so he needs to protect it. And now I have a very simple move here, so rook d1. I didn't play it, I took. But I have a very, very simple move here, rook d1. And in the end, it will be just so knight f6 is forced, and takes, queen b3, knight e5, sorry, rook e5. And you can see that I'm activating my pieces here. So rook b7, for example. And this is just a totally normal position. There's no way for him to really come in, because the h file is too short, so he can't squeeze in two heavy pieces here. And so this would have been very easy, and this is just equal. After knight d5, rook b5, my original plan was to take on b7, but then I thought, what if he does this? And then knight f2, and then queen h1 is checkmate, suddenly. And how am I gonna protect f2? But of course there is a very easy way of protecting f2, is this queen a4 with tempo. Actually, weirdly enough, so let's say rook f8, and I'll just rook c2, protecting f2. But actually, if he just ignores this, then it's some kind of a draw. I couldn't really understand how, but apparently it is. Do I need to take somehow? Yeah. Not 100% sure, but yeah, let's just look at this like this. Knight h3, king h1, knight f2, king g1. And if I take, then this is checkmate, right? Ah, no, it's not checkmate, but it's not good. So, anyways, this would have been pretty easy actually if I just take the stupid pawn, but I didn't take the pawn, and this is actually really bad for me already. I took this, and now it's of course my knight, which was doing a great job protecting h7. Now it's just sitting there, so doing nothing. Sorry, I need to take this microphone somewhere else. So what exactly is going on now? I don't know. I need to activate my pieces. I tried it somehow, but it didn't really work out. So I can't really fault myself for the rest of the game. It's really a lot of calculation, and I mean, if you need to do a lot of calculation, you're gonna make some mistakes. I had some much easier and much cleaner ways of doing this stuff. Actually, one thing I wanted to show you is that here, well, here I obviously do need to react to this, but b5 I played. Here I can just take this stuff. I mean, he's not threatening anything yet. Queen g5 is impossible. My knight is on f3. So actually he doesn't really attack here. So actually my knight on f3 is what's really keeping stuff together. And here I think I'm just doing very well. Knight a4, and then yeah, so if he ever tries this stuff, so this is what I was afraid of, right? But yeah, this is just not going anywhere, so it's just not really there. There's nothing here. So yeah, this would have been an easy way of doing it. Okay, just for completeness sake, how did the game end? I mean, this is not lost by any means for me, but I do have a pawn down. I am a pawn down, and I do have a stupid knight, so it's not looking good for me. Let's just say that. Queen d5. Knight h2. I thought, okay, at least I can get rid of this stupid knight, and of course it didn't take. Knight back. And my knight is still stupid, so yeah. Queen a4, b5, Queen a7, knight, rook a8, and here, yeah, here I had this much simpler solution, which is just Queen c5, or I think even rook c5 is something. No, that's wrong. Sorry, it was it was in a different position, but yeah. But yeah, it's not exactly fun to play, right? Although, yeah, so this will be pawns on a single flank. So this is the positive in this. I would probably draw this, right? Wouldn't I draw this? I guess so. But yeah, so this didn't happen, sadly. I don't know why I didn't do this. I think it's, well, this was pretty much my last chance here. I took an a7. Yeah, so here I could play queen c5, but I didn't do that. I played queen e7, trying to irritate him. Knight d3, rook c7, trying to irritate him some more, but yeah. Queen a2, very simple. He's obviously still covering f7, so that's too bad. Queen a2, knight g4, queen e6. He's doing very well now. I mean, he's playing very well now. Queen h4, trying to keep up some kind of a pressure. Not sure what this was. f3, f takes, g takes. I mean, I wanted to activate stuff, but b4, and yeah, I mean, he played this with very cold-blooded way, and there's no sacrifices either that would open up his king. And I played e4, trying something, but yeah, this just runs into queen b6 check, and I resigned. So this was the game, and as mentioned, yeah, I kind of ran out of time towards the end, but and I just tried to make it complicated, but I should have found these few positions where I could have simplified. And right in the opening, I should have realized that he doesn't really have an attack, so yeah, but I mean, credit to him, he really had a simple plan. I'm just gonna attack him, and I just couldn't react, so he just outplayed me, basically, and it's just the way it is, and just goes to show you that the rating is not everything. Which is pretty obvious, but yeah. So it's an interesting game, I think. Not like, you could say that, yeah, I had many chances, so he gave me many chances. In a way, we both played badly. But on the other hand, yeah, we both had our ideas, we both tried stuff. I think it wasn't that bad, to be honest. So I definitely hated this loss less than the first loss. And the next video will show you the last round, and we'll be done. So yeah, see you there.